Experience with copying short videos to Byte and Thriller. So I tried it for one channel. So I do have a test channel where I just test random stuff and see how it does. And what I realized is this. On Byte, you only have 15 seconds. This means you can only upload videos that are 15 seconds. And of course, you could theoretically cut out pieces of your already 60 seconds videos or 30 seconds videos. But this is just not practical. Why? Because then you would have different videos. The thing about the copy-paste strategy, which I use right now, is recording, so the strategy is I record short videos either directly to TikTok or I record them locally on my phone and then upload them to TikTok. And then I take the file, download it from TikTok and upload it to YouTube Shorts, to Instagram Reels and Facebook Reels. The thing now with Byte is you would create a different file and you also would have a different video, and you also would have to cut it on your phone since it's not possible over the web upload, which is also something that's not possible on Thriller. They also don't have really a web page that's working. The thing is about TikTok, they also don't really have a proper working web page. I mean, they do, but it's not working the same as the app. So you can now upload on TikTok on the web, which is really nice. But of course, you have to either create the file first in TikTok or create a file with another editor and then upload it to TikTok. This means the file already has to be finished. But the big thing about TikTok as the native platform for short videos is that it, till YouTube Shorts hit the market, was the #1 platform for not only for recording videos and for uploading videos, but also for editing the videos and basically combining editing and recording. Because you basically, for example, I could sit here and then with my mouse just remember, so I could just press the button, the record button all the time, and this is also something you can do when holding the phone, of course, but you can just record different parts and splice them together, and not really splice them together because splicing is the opposite, but put them together. So now, my experience with Byte and Thriller. I uploaded a few videos and I cut them out onto Byte, and they did kind of well, I would say. So these videos I did for this other channel were like crappy humor, I guess, and they did kind of well on TikTok. Kind of well is they had some had like a few views, some had there was also something that hit like 1,000 views, but that's like I am not like into the game like for 17 years, and therefore that's would guess kind of good for me. Of course, this is only like one experiment, and I only did like 10 or 20 videos like this, but I just can use the sample I actually tried out and actually compare it to you, or compare it for you. So I uploaded it to Byte. It got like a few views, I guess, and that's it. And I also had to cut it out since I couldn't use the exact same file as I already had on TikTok. And I theoretically also could upload to Instagram Reels and Facebook Reels and YouTube Shorts, which I do already, at least in theory, because that's a lot of work. And I'm a little bit behind schedule with uploading my TikToks to these other platforms, I would say. But now the thing about Thriller. It's not a thing about Thriller, so now let's change to Thriller, is the actual thing I wanted to say. Let's now change to Thriller. Thriller actually is kind of a TikTok copy, you could say, and this is really nice because it also allows you to just upload the 60-second video you theoretically could also upload to TikTok. TikTok, of course, now also has 3 minutes. But the thing is, what I would do is not confuse the short-form platforms with the long-form platforms. The thing is, YouTube for long-form content works very differently than for short-form content on YouTube. The short thing is basically TikTok implemented into YouTube, and it's the same thing with Instagram Reels and Facebook Reels. They don't work the way IGTV works, and they don't work the way Facebook Watch works, because it's a different experience. It's much more a scrolling experience where you are like, yeah, that video is nice, maybe not, maybe not, maybe not, maybe not. And they're all doing it the same way. It's basically creating an infinite video feed with very short videos. And this is something that it doesn't have to be like this for long form video. So what I'm saying is this. I wouldn't now, just because TikTok now has 3 minutes, I wouldn't upload 3 minutes videos to TikTok, because that would kind of make my strategy obsolete. My strategy right now is this. I separate the content into 1 to 60 seconds or 2 minutes to 10 minutes, I would say. So actually it's more like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, so I try to aim for either 5 minutes or 10 minutes. So, but 5 minutes is kind of the ideal minimum mark, and 1 to 60 seconds is for the short videos. This means I have these short video files, which I can use the optimized algorithms for, because it's a lot easier to get organic traffic with these short kind of videos. And the long form content is natively on YouTube, and then I copy paste them to Instagram TV, and also to Facebook Watch. I also searched for other long form video platforms, but Vimeo, for example, had a subscription based model, which is not really the same model as these other platforms have. So now let's get back to the point. Let's get back to Thriller. I just told you random things you didn't really need to know, but now you know them, I guess. So about Thriller, I actually tried it out, and it did kind of very similar to what these videos also did on TikTok, and to also how these videos did on Instagram Reels and also on Facebook Reels. But Facebook Reels is now also a new thing, and therefore I haven't tasted Facebook Reels, haven't tested Facebook, tasted or tested, how it sounds so similar, and also kind of the similar, very similar meaning, I guess. But so I tested it on Instagram, I tested it on TikTok, and I tested it on YouTube. And on all of these platforms, sometimes, I mean, it's kind of, you also have to have luck, I guess, and also depends on the time whenever you post. But the thing is, you can compare it, I would say. So does uploading to Thriller also make sense? Theoretically, yes, the thing is, it's very, creating stuff is fun. But actually distributing all the stuff to maybe 4 platforms just to get 4 times the views, I mean, that makes sense theoretically, but most of us probably don't have the discipline to actually implement a system where this actually kind of works. And it's also very complicated. And it took a lot of time for me to figure stuff out like this. And also, it just now doesn't work as I would like it to work. Because, for example, you can not upload to Instagram Reels and to Facebook Reels now simultaneously. This is a feature that should come in the future. But for example, I also waited for YouTube Shorts to be a thing for almost a year now. For a year ago, I started to create this kind of short videos, or waiting for YouTube Shorts. And I then just started on TikTok. And now my initial strategy would be to post everything natively to YouTube. But of course, I don't have the strategy anymore, because I just then took TikTok, because TikTok was already there, and I just wanted to try it out. And now I'm kind of stuck with these short videos, natively producing them for TikTok. I could also switch to YouTube, but then the system where I name my files and how I organize my files and how I upload them would be not working anymore. So now, should you upload to Byte and Thriller? The question is kind of obvious if you have the time, and if you not really the time, but if you have the organizational skill and also the discipline to repurpose kind of your content, but it's not repurposing, it's just copy pasting it to different platforms, then I would say do it, because it's just more reach. And I just would leave Byte out, because it doesn't make sense. It only makes sense to either copy all content, all short videos, or all long form videos to another platform, or none. Because everything else makes things complicated, and you actually have to track, like, okay, I uploaded this video to Byte, and this not, and this not, and this video actually has 16 seconds, and this video just 15 seconds, and this video 17 seconds, and then if I shorten this video just by a tiny bit, I could also upload it to Byte. These are all questions you will eventually try to answer, and these are questions that come up quite often when dealing with this kind of stuff. So therefore, the final resolution is yes, upload it to Thriller, upload it to any platform that supports this 60 seconds format, and wear it. But only if it makes sense for you, and only if uploading and distributing it to other platforms doesn't keep you from creating, because it makes creating less fun.